Oh, I look dark.
Why are you talking? Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? This is Coach Terry Bryant with Hits and Heels. This is Hits and Heels. This is my podcast. And this is my husband, Coach Bryant. And we are the Bryants, and we are probably the only husband and wife football duo, coaching duo that I have been able to come across. I've been looking. I know of some basketball coaching spousing duos, but none that are coaching football together. So Coach Bryant put me on to his staff as his wife, and which is unusual that most guys don't put their wives on their staff for their football team because I love football.
Okay, I gotta cut you off. I gotta cut you off. I gotta cut you off. I gotta cut you off.
And do football.
Okay, cut you off. Your show. I didn't put you on because you was my wife. I put you on because you can coach. And I want the record show you can coach. If you couldn't coach, I'd have fired you. You gotta go. You gotta get out. Goodbye. You gotta go.
Okay, Coach Bryant. Okay, thank you. So
anyway,
let me make sure that we are that we got this going on and that we're live. Let me share this real quick, and then we're gonna get started because Coach Bryant, I'm not gonna lie. I've been under the weather for the last 2 weeks.
We live together.
We don't you start.
Okay.
I've been under the weather for the last 2 weeks, and I've been battling. Yeah, we're live, and I gotta see if we're it's live. We're live, and so hold on, we are live. And so, I just been kind of battling a little something or whatever. The weather's kind of been changing or whatever. We've had some really, really good games, but we lost.
Well, she's referring to the middle school playoff. It was Coach Swab. I want to give him credit. Jesse Clark won the 8th grade. I call it varsity, and then Hayes won the 7th grade. Both games, outstanding games. Want to congratulate your boy Mobley.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I know you want to explain your
partners. Shout out to DJ Mobley and Coach Morton.
Yes.
And what was your Snoop?
Snoop. Yeah, Snoop. Yeah. I coached Snoop at
I want to shout them out.
Yeah,
at Southern Middle School.
Yes,
for making yes.
Then they made the championship game, and Hayes won that. That's the 7th grade, and then which we call varsity in the 8th grade. Jesse Clark won it with Coach Saab. Eric is a great guy. We've been friends for a long time, and I was happy for him, but not as happy I would have been if we were in it, and we wasn't. So tough game we played prior to that with Hayes. It was one of those wow games.
It was a wow game.
And a few overtimes.
4 overtimes.
And it was great young people on both sides of the ball. My 8th grade class, the senior class, as I call them, memorable. I'm going to remember those babies forever, which I do all of them. We do that very well. But this group was special, and they were very special. And and after the game, I guess the kids saw I was human. I teared up. It's the way the way they didn't advance. Let me put it that way. And it was interesting. So with that said, you can't take that away from Hayes. Their babies did the same thing. I thought Brown, the running back for them, who played at Crawford, Jeremiah. Oh my gosh, I can't
wait to see this little kid develop the next 4 years.
Yeah, I just want him to understand to do the little things off the field to be at that level, because he is that level.
Yes,
he's that guy.
Next level.
He's that guy. Let's be real honest with you. he's that guy. If he stayed at Crawford, it'd have been unbelievable team this year. But again, you know, dad and mom, great peoples, and he is 100% that guy.
He's him.
And I hope he does well. And we have a few that guys.
We have a couple.
We got more than a couple. We got
a few. We got the email from Big Things Kentucky where we have to send in our hey Lydia, what's up, cuz? We have to send in our nominees for their all tournament
middle school. Yeah,
that's due.
And that's due coming up in December. And
they need it by Sunday.
They need by Sunday. Well, you know, Big Things can wait until I'm ready to give it to them.
Okay.
You know, I'm just saying. No, we'll get that out. We'll get that out because our kids are deserving of some accolades, not getting an opportunity to play in the championship game. So we need to praise them and give them their flowers because they did a fantastic job this year. So you can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Not at all. It's gonna be so do they just do like a all tournament team, or do they actually play a game?
No,
like it's just basketball.
What Big Things did is just to knowledge some of the skilled players that's coming out. It's not many linemen. It's because, you know, linemen don't get the flash unless they're 6'8", 200 and 320 pounds and run a 4.7 Damani Dawson. So with that said is it's actually pretty neat what they do, and I'm kind of happy with that. So
okay. So we're not gonna talk about how we got cheated.
Babe, no, we're not going there.
We're not going there.
We didn't go with any time as fast. It was a good game. Hayes won. Hayes advanced. Hayes played in the championship game. Played a great, fantastic game. I'm being redundant.
Okay.
Jesse Clark won it all. Congratulations. And again, Hayes, 7th grade team, won it all. So I had to end it with that.
That's it. And we're not doing it.
It's not my style.
Okay.
It's not my style.
Okay. So Frederick Douglass is playing Madison Central on Friday.
Yeah, and they played him the first time, and I'm correct. I think the score was 21-14. And I'm pretty sure that was a score by memory. Madison Central runs that little wing team. They knocked off, you can see it.
Bryant Station.
Oh, there we go. Bryant Station. At Bryant Station, I think Bryant Station came out flat, and then it turned it on a little bit. And great game down to the end. A couple of stops, a situation.
No, I'm holding my tongue. I am. He keeps me straight.
Y'all don't see what popped up.
I pride myself on my podcast to not talk about anything controversial or political on my podcast.
But sometimes it does. No, sometimes it comes out. All right, hey, but thank you, family.
I will hold my tongue. Yeah.
And so with that said is Freddie Douglass beat him in the first time, and so did Bryant Station. Bryant Station beat Madison Central the first time. Madison Central is one of those teams, Coach. They're up and down, and they play for the moment. And I watched them. Remember, we were at the Layshaw, little gathering with Connie and
our favorite people.
Yes, what the Joneses did for us. But ate some good food, fellowship a little bit. It was great. But with that said, I was watching the game, and I just thought that that Madison Central, let me say, wanted it more.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens.
Sometimes
the
other team just.
Well, you got to remember, going back to middle school, we thought that Southern, when we played
in the JV game,
in the 7th grade, they wanted it more. And that's sports. You have to want it more than your opponents. You can't just think it's going to happen just to happen. And it wasn't coaching. It wasn't execution. I mean, you're coached on both sides of the ball to stop and to get.
Yes.
And so.
Okay. Well, I don't have a script, so I just wanted to come on here to this today because I really thought that today we would be celebrating our first championship, and I'm holding my tongue. I'm holding my tongue about that. But I definitely would like to. I guess I still want to address like how long has Northside schools been going through this with Southside schools in Lexington, and it happens at the high school level. And then not only does it not happen on the high school level, at the high school level here in Lexington, but when a Bryant Station or even Frederick Douglass goes outside of Lexington and plays in different areas, the officiating is questionable.
Well, all I'm saying is this is very simple. And
why can't we get homegrown play calls?
Well, the thing what you want is you want that 51-49 call.
Yes.
And when you get a lot of 51s against you, I don't care what anybody say. You can say it's whining or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's not true. It's momentum. Mm-hmm. I saw the head coach of Bryant Station basketball.
Ligon?
No. Is it Ligon? No. The head coach of Bryant Station basketball.
It's not Coach Ligon?
I can't remember. Mm-hmm. I apologize. I'm having brain moments. I apologize. I know him for many years. So anyway, everybody knows who I'm talking about. And I saw him today. I was leaving the weight room. I'm walking up to coach baseball here at Bryant Station High School. And I told him when they lost in the tournament, it was Mo. Mm-hmm. And that's officiating. And I say that all the time. If you give a team momentum, it's very hard for the young babies to bounce back. It's very hard for NFL players to bounce back.
Yes, it is.
It's very hard for
college players
to bounce back.
When there's
and everybody wants these middle school kids who are 11, 12, and 13
to act like they're grown.
Oh, I forget. Oh,
and to be able to get past something when they feel like
injustice has been done.
Injustice, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
and that's the hardest part. I think a lot of people don't understand unless you coach.
Yes.
Unless you coach middle school kids. Mm-hmm. You can disagree or agree with me. I don't really care. We don't care. But with that said, it is very difficult. All I'm saying is if you get the 51-49 call 85 to 100% of the time, it affects you.
It does.
It affects your mindset because what looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck. If it's duck season, I'm going to shoot it.
Facts.
I don't care.
Facts.
I'm going to shoot the duck.
Facts.
And that's a lot of time that takes place because we had a game, and I might criticize, but it's a fact. It's a fact. It's cold outside. It's a fact.
It's cold.
Okay. We played a game and early in the season, and it was a flag on the ground. Now, this is the mental part that people don't hear, and I hope everybody that's listening hear this. This is a fact. It was a flag on the ground, and our baby started walking back.
Yes.
And the official said the flag's on them. And one of my kids who don't talk said, "Oh, y'all don't throw flags on them." Yes. They noticed that.
They noticed.
And then he said, "Yes, we do." And another one of our players said, "No, you don't." And then he said, "Coach, your players are being disrespectful." And they wasn't. They were just answering his question. Why did you walk back? And you watch it on film, all our kids see the flag, Coach. You remember that? And they all started walking back because they was like, we ain't gonna get a flag on us. They don't get flags. And that's the part that grown 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-old officials don't get. These are babies. Yeah. I mean, I don't care what you think about them. They're babies.
No matter how good of a coach you are, it is so the game.
Oh, you gotta be a psychologist.
It is
you
so hard to reel them back in when they get calls like that. And that's what Mr. Brown, you're absolutely right. He says having officiating been controversial in all levels of North American sports. Yes.
Yes.
It's almost to the point, like even in NFL, where you start questioning whether or not the game is rigged or not.
As we stay on the officiating, and we're not criticizing them.
No,
we appreciate them,
it's
and I
just
mean
not-
that.
Yes.
It's like, but if you keep getting something at you, eventually you get irritated.
Yes.
And then people look at you like you're whining or you're
Yes.
complaining. But when you watch the film, the one thing that we've heard being in sports, and you play sports and I play sports, the big eye don't lie. It doesn't lie. I remember one time official was going to throw a flag on me because I showed him
the video
that was not a hold. It wasn't even close to being a hold. And I think sometimes officials call what they think they see instead of what they actually see. And because they're trying to keep the game safe, they're trying to make sure they do the right thing.
And I'm never being an official.
Yeah,
I'm
an official.
Discount that. Yeah,
I'm an official.
And Coach Bird wanted me to help officiate, wanted me to officiate, and I just can't do it. Even with you being out on the field, there's no way, because I'd come out the stands and hit somebody in the mouth.
No.
It would be very difficult.
But there's
for
a
me
difference.
To be an official.
The thing,
people are rude.
But baby, here's the problem: is a lot of people get irritated with officials. They don't know the rules. Officials get irritated with me because I know the rules, because I'm an official.
Right.
Okay, you can't throw a rule at me that I don't know.
Right.
And if I don't know it, I'm gonna call one of my buddies who is an official,
yes,
to make sure I got it right.
Right.
Because to me, it's all about getting it right. Yeah. It's all about getting it right. And sometimes right goes against you, and sometimes right's for you. But, and I say it again, the most frustrating thing when you do middle school is being a psychologist. And if you never coached before and you just been an official, you don't get it, because you start in June.
Yeah,
we start in June in the hot weather while they're at the pool.
Right.
And when you invest in something, and people can relate to this, if you invest in something, your heart's in it. You can't help it.
Yeah.
If you don't invest in something, you don't care.
Right.
Right? I mean, you don't care. And I'm sorry, I had to vent that moment. And
it's tough.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, Danny, officiating is definitely hard. What's up, Danny Wright? Danny Wright helped me to start the show. Mary Preston, hey, Auntie. She finally get to be with me tonight. Love you both. We love you too. Lydia, you said she actually learned something today. And that's what we try to do. We try to also educate on the show, especially with people that really don't know sports the way they do, and we're trying to introduce more sports, especially to women, to be able to do that. Coach Jag said the eye in the sky don't lie. The eye in the sky don't lie. Yes,
it don't.
Lie. Hey,
so let me say this real quick. I appreciate that. When I watch film, how many hours do I watch film?
It's a lot.
It's a lot of hours. So it's not like I'm coming back and saying I didn't watch it over and over. I'm telling you, it's 3 hours back and forth or longer
a day,
and night. I'm watching it and I'm going, that's not a hold.
Yeah.
And I can get some of the things you call a hold, but I can't get a lot of them.
Right.
And I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I can't.
Yeah. Right. And that's fact. And so Coach Jag said that
hey,
he
Coach.
didn't get one sideline call this season. He said, I like to be on the field.
What's that?
He said, I like to be on the field. He said he didn't get one sideline call this season because he likes to be on the field.
Hey, you got an open invitation. You don't need all you got to do is walk, and I go like this. And then the law enforcement will let you on the field. So there's your invitation.
I wanted to shout out, hey, my Rakia Gibson.
Hey, Miss Gibson.
She on the Black Girls Talk Sports.
That's it.
Group. So Mr. Brown says, so in professional sports, refs have both reviews, sophisticated cameras, and human refs still get
it wrong. Well, I think also, I'm just saying, what are you going to do as a coach? And they say, we reviewed it, and they said, no catch.
No catch, yeah.
Okay, and I go back to,
called it.
I knew that was coming. I go back to the Dallas Cowboys game against Green Bay. And,
called it.
Hold up, before I say this, let me, where's my Niner picture?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man, that's what I'm talking about. She's trying to hide my Niners, got all the Cowboy shorts. But I have to admit, Dez called it.
Dez called it.
And I mean, if you want to get it wrong, you can get it wrong, and you can justify it. And what is one of my greatest sayings? There's a difference between a $500 attorney an hour and a $5,000. A $5,000 attorney can make you think, I did not see that.
Right.
So if you're intelligent, you can say blah, 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 and make yourself sound good. And that's what I tell people all the time. You can. I'm sorry. That's a fact.
Right. Tell them, Linda, what we say about them Cowboys. We don't care about what nobody say about our garbage Cowboys. Because they are sticking it up, and we still riding the die. We still riding the die down Cowboys. Who calling him?
I get phone calls. People like me. People like me.
And everybody know we on live, and they're calling you on the phone. Anyway, if there's anybody on here that would like to come on and do a cameo, Coach Jag or Mr. Brown, anybody want to come on and do a cameo, let me know. I'll send y'all a link real quick.
Well, I don't think we're giving Mr. Brown a choice. He needs to come on. We're tired of this.
He don't never come on.
I'm when I see him, I'm not gonna do nothing, but I just make it sound good. That's a great man, Mr. Brown. You know I love you, man.
That's
you know I love
dude.
you. That's my guy too, no doubt. That's my guy. I'm getting serious. But we got to also let's go to high school a little bit. Stay with high school. Henry Clay has moved on. Coach Gay has decided to move on and just stay with track. Great guy. I mean,
Love Coach Gay.
You know, I wish he had more success, only because I know, again, what we talked about by putting time and effort in.
Yes.
And he did that for Henry Clay.
He's been at Clay for a minute.
I mean, he did that. He really did. And I told somebody before, if you will, I said, when I started coaching in the 90s, and I said, Henry Clay had the greatest program because every year they were just unbelievable. Always. You know, they had some guys. Oh, they had some guys. And the sad part is that, you know, he didn't have the success that he thought he was going to have.
Right.
And in his mind, he may have. I don't know, but based on wins and losses. But right. That's a man that made young men become younger, stronger men. You know, so I want to thank Coach for what he did with Henry Clay and the young males that he ended up coaching and the young female trainers that he taught, as well as being ladies and getting her high school diploma and moving on to college and doing other stuff. So Coach Gay, my love and my thoughts to you, and anyone that knows him, please tell him what I said. He is a fantastic person.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. He really is. Not having a hallmark moment, but he deserves his flowers.
I mean, we like all the coaches. There aren't any coaches in Lexington that we don't like or that we don't get along with. You know, we like all of them, and we respect all of them.
Well, it's a mutual respect.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a mutual respect, and but anyway, my point is with Henry Clay is, you know, they're seeking a new coach, and you know, Coach Simpson was there for a while and did fantastic things for the program. Coach K took over the program, and then you know, and hopefully Henry Clay's back where they need to be, and it's going to be a little different now because of the new middle school that's coming in. You know, there's going to be a few kids from Crawford that's going to Henry Clay. It's going to be a few kids a lot of kids from Hayes that's going to be redistricted to Henry Clay. So that would help that program.
It's different too, and we're gonna lose some kids.
Yeah, but that would help Henry Clay because you know, Steve has done an excellent job. Riley has done an excellent job at since taking over from Saban Payne. You know, that's my dog. You know, that's my dog. He's a good guy, fantastic guy. He got out of the business, become administrator. You know, he wanted to be one of those people, you know, that we complain about. And so
we love you too, Lydia.
So with that said, is fantastic for Henry Clay, and hopefully they get the right coach in, and the kids gravitate to that coach and his assistant coaches.
It's hard coaching. Coach Bryant, just describe how different it is coaching from just 20 years ago or 10 years ago to now? Because the kids are so different.
Well, the thing is, I think sometimes I have to say to people, if you've never been to Manhattan, this is the hardest part. If you've never been to New York, Manhattan, during the Monday through Friday during a work day, you can never describe Manhattan to somebody that's never been there.
Mhm.
That's trying to describe our kids how to have that motivation that we had back in the day.
Mhm.
And you hear people talk about back in the day.
Mhm.
I was coaching my 14-year-old team, the Stars, today, and I said to my assistant coach, God, these kids are fun to coach.
Yeah.
So, all those kids will be working at Chick-fil-A because, I always wonder how Chick-fil-A get those young kids to do what they're supposed to do and grind and do what their job is.
Mhm.
And I mean that in a complimentary way. That's the hardest part, is getting babies to buy in. I've done it. I'm the blueprint.
Right.
I've coached it. I'm the blueprint. And a lot of these kids don't know what a blueprint is.
No.
I mean,
They don't get it.
They don't get it. But you got to want to get it.
And I think that's the part that I think a lot of the kids in this day and age are missing. They don't understand how to get it. And I don't know how we coached or how that was taught earlier on. Is social media and cell phones and all this stuff and kids not being able to go outside and play and all that, have that all affected these kids in this day and age? Because they're just so different. They just don't have like if so we got to choose kids in the around the city. There's not too many kids even on other teams that I saw that had that dog in them like Jeremiah Brown does.
Yeah, he's got the dog.
He's got that dog.
Well, our baby Seven's got that dog.
Yeah, he's got it.
Mickey's got that dog.
Mickey's got. We've got.
Tim's got the dog.
He's got it too. Yes.
When he stays focused.
We've got some too. I think Lyndon has it. BG Perk,
BG Perk got that dog.
You know what I mean?
He got that dog.
You
He got that dog in it. He's a dog. And dog doesn't mean running his mouth.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. I mean, how do you make me better, coach?
Yeah.
Speaking of BG Perk, that's the nickname I gave him. His mom is from the Bowling Green High Purples. Let me pause for a second. Okay. Dad went to Franklin County. I think it's Frankfurt or Franklin County. I can't remember which one he went to, and I apologize to him. He is a assistant principal at Carter G, and they have installed that into their two boys.
Yes, they're both.
And that's what it's about. It's taught not outside of sports.
Yes.
It's taught to have that fortitude in you, that swagger in you. And swagger is not this.
And I think it comes from a level of confidence.
Yeah, but that's what the parents put in there.
And when you
not entitlement,
that level of
but not entitlement.
Yeah, and not arrogance.
Well, no.
Yeah.
But no, babe, I believe in arrogance. I don't believe in pride.
Okay.
Pride to me is self-centered.
Okay.
Arrogance is, okay, I busted my tail. Let's go back to, as we move farther to college.
Okay.
Let's go back to Deion Sanders.
Yes. Nobody
saw the work Deion Sanders put in outside of the camera.
Right.
To be Deion, to be prime time.
Yes.
Okay, nobody sees the work that his son and 12 is putting in.
Right.
For Colorado. And also 14. I mean, the linemen.
Yeah.
They're putting in work. And that's what people don't understand. And people can jump, say, he told me he's saying, Ty Bryant puts in work.
Ty Bryant puts in work.
Guys, he puts in work. And it was stalled in him to say, I'm going to give everything I got. Mm-hmm. Okay, like it's the last play. And that's going back to BG Perk. Yeah. That's why I'm so fond of him, because, he comes over me in the semifinal game. He said, Coach, he's so cute. He goes, Coach, he's fast. What do? He's fast. And he's not whining, he's not complaining.
Right,
he said, Coach, help me get better.
Yes.
I don't know it all.
Yes. How do I fix it?
And there's many kids his age think they know it all.
Yes.
Think they know it. You don't know it.
Yeah.
because the higher you get, the harder the game gets.
Absolutely.
Because some of those guys are blessed by being these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Gotcha.
anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for the thank you to the coaches. And Coach Jack said that COVID took away a lot of the want to.
What do you mean took away a lot of the want? It should. I'm sorry. Can I disagree?
Go ahead and disagree.
Okay, I'm not trying to overtalk your show.
It's okay.
Okay. When you get something taken away from you, I think you should appreciate it more when it comes back to you. I went to a restaurant and the manager apologized to me for the lack of service because he lost so much money during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
When Frederick Douglass went through the COVID, those kids was out busting their tail and couldn't wait to get back to it. So I think I understand what you meant, but from my perspective, when something gets taken away from you, a wife, a husband, a child, or any of that, you appreciate because it got taken away out of the blue. So if you take away when I played sports and I get a chance to play it again, oh my gosh, what?
Yeah.
What?
Because I was like that when we went to Germany.
When you had knee surgery.
And I had my knee surgeries and stuff, and I had the opportunity to go overseas and play competitively. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, from my perspective, that is what it's about. Because if somebody takes something away from you that you love and you get it back, you're going to grind harder because you don't know if another pandemic is coming. Nobody knows that. Does that?
Yes.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. And when people said, and no disrespect, but when people say the pandemic, that should make your service at the restaurant should be better. Your pickup of your trash should be better. Your mowing of your lawn should be better. Your athletes, your coaching should want it more because it got taken away from you and you had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like Ty missed his freshman or sophomore year of baseball because it was over.
Yes.
And then when he came back to baseball, he was like, Pops, let's go hit. Because it got taken away from you and you had no choice. That's all I'm saying. Because COVID is a moment. Mm-hmm. And if you bless, amen, to live past that moment, why wouldn't you grind back? It's like if you're in a relationship and you mess up or I mess up in relationship and we get back together, we're not going to grind harder to stay together? Yes. Because we
almost lost.
We almost lost it. That's my point. We almost lost it.
Yeah. Mr. Brown said your manners should be better.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by your manners should be better? And then, hey, Alan Parks, he said, hey, folks. Coach White, I sent you a link if you want to come on. He said parents don't allow kids to fail. I agree with that. I think parents don't allow kids to fail.
100%. Okay, there you go.
Don't allow kids to fail anymore.
You got to elaborate that at the end,
so
Brown. That is 100% right.
And so they don't know how to get up when they get knocked down. They don't know how to go through the adversity. They don't know. One of the biggest things is they don't know how to figure things out. They have no problem solving skills because the parents don't allow the kids to fail and do everything for them. So,
Okay, but you have a child. I have a child. The worst feeling in our heart is tears in their eyes. And you try to make it better, but you try not to cuddle them. Coddle. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. But I don't want my son to fail. I don't. Of
course we don't want him to fail.
And Mr. Brown, you're 100% right. And you got to figure it out. But yes, you're right. Say again.
Coach White has
he said, I'm sorry, Coach. Coach, pop on. And one of the and I can say this if you don't mind. We're having a moment here.
We're having a moment.
Hey,
I'm not sure you're right about.
Well, Coach White lost his dad a few days back, if you will, and one of the greatest men I've ever met. And I sent him a text and called him, but I know his heart was full. But I just want to let you know, we feel you. We understand it by losing our, family. My mom recently, your dad recently. And, it's a tough thing. So pop on. I do have a question for you. Who is Catholic still in the playoffs? If you can pop that in, yes or no, because he went to Lexington Catholic.
Okay. Jack might know too. Jack. Did Jack go to Catholic or Christian? Who's Jack? I think he was Catholic. I can't remember. Too. Anyway, so I hope Sarah wins.
Yeah, Sarah, Sarah's gonna do the thing. One of the coaches, Coach Carey, coaches with, he's in our building at MOK, and he's a young stud, went to EKU, and he's from Detroit. And he's a great guy, and he was in there watching film, and we were going over the film thing, and I hope Sarah gets her thing because I'm a fan of Penn. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan of Pendleton.
Where's
Chad? And I say this, and I want everybody that's hearing is, he came to our rescue when nobody else did in the city on helmets.
Yes, because we didn't have enough helmets,
and I asked every city school in Lexington at Crawford, I needed some helmets, and everybody had an excuse. And Penn didn't give an excuse. He bought us a first year blue helmets just so we could have them.
Yeah.
And then he came back the next year and brought us white helmets, and I will always be grateful to him. And that's what you do. I don't need you if I got 90 helmets. Don't call me if I need anything if everything is good.
Coach White said he can't thank you enough for that. I sent you a link, Coach, to your instant messenger so you could come on and so we can holler at you live. Jack, you want the link?
And he's one of the few offensive players that I like. And that's Coach White. He knows it. Come on now, so I can tell the story. What happened is I watched him do his thing at Catholic. He was doing his thing, running over, elbowing, and he was doing his thing. Yeah, and then I was like, I went down on the field and I said, "Hey, I'm Coach Bryant," and he was like, "I know who you are," and I was like, "Okay," and I said, "Oh, why ain't you playing defense?" Because that brother was just throwing bows and running like Earl Campbell over people, and I was very impressed. And I had to meet him personally, and we've been friends ever since. And we actually coached together at Bryant Station High School under Coach Frank Park.
Oh, Coach Park, he's no longer at Danville.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised they didn't give him another year. I know that his record wasn't right, but sometimes you got to weed out negativity. And I've been there recently, and you got to weed out players that think they know more than you. And once you get out, it goes back to what I was talking about, my little baseball team.
Yeah.
It's fun coaching them.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Yeah.
They're eager to learn. And sometimes people don't realize that in coaching that some kids don't want to be coached.
They're not. They're uncoachable.
Or somebody's in their ear telling them that they're God rest his soul, Walter Payton, and they're not. They're Robert Newhouse. He was pretty good, number 44 for the Cowboys.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we fly to Texas tomorrow.
Okay, that's the way to let people know what we're doing. All right. Well, we're gonna go and watch Kentucky Wildcats, and I don't want a performance. I want them to win. I want Kentucky to to just play a solid game offensively, defensively, and special teams. And stop being politically correct about everything you're supposed to do, and let players play. And players make freaking plays. Make plays.
Golly.
Players make plays.
Yes.
I mean, coaches put you in a position. You gotta make plays.
Make a play. You can't be robot. I think coaches are getting too robotic in this day and age where they want you to just do what they want you to do and not be an athlete anymore.
Well, how many times, even on the middle school level, I yell at my kids,
Just
quit being a robot. I said, stop being a robot. Okay, I said do this. You got to do a little bit more.
Yeah. Just because I say A, B, C, and D don't mean you do A, B, C, and D. You might have to reach and do a D because you see it.
You see it. Make it.
I mean, especially on defense, because it's not like we can predict exactly what you're getting ready to do. I mean, come on.
That's 100% fact.
It's a guessing game.
It's a guessing game.
We're guessing. So we're in position and we're guessing what we think that they're going to do based off of what we watched on the film and based off of the formations that they showed us on the film. But just like how we do, we're going to switch things up in the game based off of the team that we're getting ready to play. And so it's just going to change. So, you know, you're guessing.
You guessing. And the thing about it is, everybody understand how hard it is to play defense. Defense is hard. Defense is so hard to play. And you know, you gotta, you know, tackle guys when, you know, running a 4.5, 4.4 and weighing 235 pounds full speed. And you know, and then the line gets to hold. They can grab you, hug you, and don't get me started on that. That is ridiculous. And then you can't touch the receivers. If you breathe on them, it's a flag. It's a flagathon.
No, it's only a flag for certain teams.
I don't know if it's 100% on there. It's a flags, babe. It's flags.
Dan Key don't get no calls.
No, he gets grabbed.
He gets grabbed. They hanging all over him, and
that's nephew.
They riding his back and all that
nephew.
stuff. That's nephew.
I mean,
and he don't get no calls.
He don't get no calls. And what they do is they look how tall he is, his size, and he's gained the weight. He's in the weight room getting all big. I was going to jack him up the other day, but I looked at him and I decided not to touch him. He knows some stuff now. He's a little bit strong now. And but I just hope Kentucky goes down there and figure out a way to get a win. And like the great Al Davis said, just win, baby.
Just win, baby. Well, Coach Sarkanian made a comment today about Kentucky. He said, listen, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Kentucky is a good team, and their best play have been against the best teams. He said their best game was against Georgia, Tennessee, and Ole Miss. Mm-hmm. He said, and now they're coming here. He said, this is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
He said, because Kentucky shows up in the big time games.
Yeah. And then that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And let's keep it Kentucky, you know, and like I said, I'm looking at
rumors going around. I sure hope they ain't none of them true.
Well, and the rumors are going to come around. If you win, rumors going to come. Because if Stoops went, he's undefeated right now. Rumors is that Texas, Florida, or somebody's coming after me. I mean, you know, and that's a fact. And you know, my biggest thing has to do with, hey, Auntie.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, Jackie.
Yeah. Y'all got any snow and nap yet? You know, but, you know, he's going to get the rumors. When you're successful or not successful, you get rumors.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. You're not, that's a fact. In college football, baseball, basketball, if you don't win, there's rumors. If you win, unless you're already at Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, there's no rumors. But anyone else, let Penn State's guy go undefeated 2 years in a row. The rumor is he's leaving, he's going to the NFL. There's going to be rumors. You know, if people got to understand that, honor of that, right?
Mr. Brown, that key sprain is similar to the Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike is a bad joker.
And Key needs to gain 20 more pounds to be Mike Evans. Now he will be. Now Key will be there because he'll be on my. Well, as soon as he goes to the league, not this year, next year, Key, next year, he's on my fantasy team. You know, I want to watch you one more year wearing that blue and white. I hope you hear me or somebody knows that to tell him. You know, Uncle Coach said. Uncle Coach. That's, you know, that's my dog. Yeah. You know what we got here. Bang bang Niner game.
Oh my God.
Bang bang Niner game.
Here we go, big things to do. I should have sent you the link.
The bang bang Niner game. But what's that? That's we can go back. Let's go forward a little bit, right?
Right.
Your love. How's your lady cats doing?
The women?
The women, yeah. My baby went and we at the football game. I'm sleepy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleepy. I'm ready to go home. She go, you're taking me to the lady game.
Because there was a million calls on the Kentucky game, so the game was 8 hours long.
Okay. So my point is, again, I'm sitting there in the Memorial Coliseum waiting on her after the game for an hour and 23 minutes. And when she got in the car, she was so happy with that pretty smile and that beautiful face. I went, hey, babe, you enjoy yourself? I was not happy sitting out there for an hour and 23 minutes. But when she came in, she had the joy. You had the joy, babe. You had the joy.
So Kentucky women beat Louisville for the first time in a long time, the same way Kentucky men beat Duke for the first time in a long time. So both teams are undefeated right now.
Yeah, but not just undefeated. It's just fun watching.
And they're both top 25.
Yeah, like UK boys, young men basketball. Excuse me, in the ladies in basketball for UK is. I love UK basketball for this reason. Being alum, of course. And a lot of friends with the older guys that played at one time. But the thing that gets me that I love is the talk is about UK basketball and not the coach.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. If you ever went to a game with Cal, all you heard him was screaming. That means all eyes on me.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
That's all that means. Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I love about it is Pope gets his point across, but he doesn't keep getting his point when everybody gets quiet.
Right.
He will yell at his kids when the crowd is yelling.
Right.
Coach Pitino, excuse me, I like him. He's a good guy, good coach. But Coach Cal would wait till the crowd stops yelling and then he yells.
Right.
So people can hear him.
Right. So, I got to say this. Ozon's dead man stuck it up.
Stuck what up?
I don't know.
Bang,
ain't he another fan too?
Yeah, I know he ain't talking about that. I don't know what he's talking about. Hey, come on, man. You speaking in riddles. You're an educated brother. Come on now.
So I was laughing because at Arkansas, Coach Cal was pleading to the people to come and fill up the stands.
What?
Because the stands was empty at the games, and Cal is not used to being at a game with empty stands. Because Kentucky fans, even at the Kentucky football, as much as I see people complaining about Kentucky football, even against Murray State, the game, it wasn't sold out, but it was still a nice crowd.
Yes.
A very nice crowd.
It was enough to let you know that you're going to take your time getting home.
Yes.
And you're going to be sitting in the line at the concession stand.
Yes. Right. And so, talking about waiting in the car for her for an hour and 25 minutes.
Is that what he's talking about?
Oh, yeah, he said, suck it up. Yeah.
Oh, I did suck it up. Oh, come on, dog. We right here. That's my dog. That's Oza, who does a lot in the community, officiating, umpiring. Yeah, Puppy Mom. Does a lot. I was in him and his boy Thompson are my man, and not because they're Niner fans, because they're real. They're real.
Look who just popped on. What's up, Coach Jack?
Hey, what's going on, Coach?
What up, Coach?
What's up? I hate that loss to the station. Not station. Who y'all to Douglas? Sorry, Douglas. Y'all lost to Douglas in the what is the semifinal? What was it? The regionals? The district.
District, second round.
District.
Yeah.
District.
lost to Douglas, was up 14.
Hit pause.
They returned the kick on us, and it changed momentum, like y'all were talking about earlier. Momentum changed after he returned that punt.
So real quickly, elaborate about this season, though. I know season's over, but you know what you got returning and where some of your key players going to.
So returning, so on the offensive side, I'm the receiver. So on the offensive side, most of our sophomores played varsity. So all of those guys are coming back. I have about 4 or 5 receivers that play varsity, a significant reps. We lose one O lineman who was a senior. So our O line is pretty much intact coming back.
Is that O line a center? Is he returning? Your center returning?
Yes.
That's key.
That's huge.
That's huge.
Whenever your whole O line comes
and your
back,
center comes back.
especially your center.
Your center.
I mean, you can that's so much to build on when your when your offensive line is a veteran line.
Yeah.
Right. So please, what else is going on?
So our defense was senior heavy, but for the most part, the skill level is still coming back. All of our skill guys are coming back. Our sophomore team won the city championship. I don't know if y'all noticed that. So we will be competitive. Now this season we played a really heavy schedule, so we took a lot of hard losses that probably could have been wins one way or the other. But very good learning experience for this entire staff, because Coach Joe Cherko does a wonderful job.
Well, that was one of the questions I had for you. You did a great job this year, and your coaching staff. And when I was at when I was at Dunbar High School in the 90s, the problem we had, we started winning, and we was losing coaches to other schools. so you shaking your head, so how is your coaching staff? Are they coming back?
Right now, it looks like everyone's coming back.
That helps too. I mean, that helps when you get some policemen. I mean, it definitely.
I don't know if you've had somebody ask you that question, but being a coach in that situation, people forget about that. Is those coaches coming back?
Well, right now, from my perspective, I think everyone's coming back. I haven't sat down and talked to everyone, each and every one, personally, but we had a really good staff. It's really good camaraderie, really good learning, very knowledgeable. Everyone's very knowledgeable of the game. I think you actually coached with Coach Franklin, our quarterbacks coach.
Oh my God, y'all got Coach Franklin?
I knew that. That's my boy.
Y'all off the chain over there. He is the man.
That's my. I talked to him.
Our dog.
That's my. Excuse me. I'm having a homework moment.
Coach
That's my
Franklin
man.
is our guy. Ooh, he's off the chain.
We love Coach Franklin.
I know you do. We love Coach Franklin too.
Hey, did he ever tell you? Remind him of the story that he ticked me off at Dunbar, and he was like the OC, and he kept running bubble plays, and it ticked me off. So I just blitzed, and I nailed his son Chip, like nailed him. I mean, the linebacker went through the hole, the monster, and then the safety hit him right in the mouth. My man Franklin, who loves me, walks over to me and said, "Coach Bryant, don't ever do that again." He kept running bubble screens in 707. so I got ticked off. He was making me look bad. But that's my man.
There's not a whole lot of quarterback coaches in the city. Of course, I like Penn. I like Woody. And there's another one I'm forgetting. But Coach Franklin.
Yeah, that's
if I can get my people on his schedule, yes. He's our guy.
Now, does he actually help? Does he just do quarterbacks, or is he helping with your offense a little bit, or what?
He helps with the offense as well.
Okay.
One of the quarterback coaches that actually trusts the receivers coach. So he'll say, "Hey, This is when the ball needs to be out. Or your guys
And you make sure that you.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah. Hey, so I was an offensive coordinator for a series at Dunbar because he had to go to the bathroom, and he yelled at me for throwing the bomb on 4th and 1. I threw 4 straight passes. So he stripped me of my offensive coordinator duties after that. And I was like, how you gonna strip me when I'm the head coach? But he stripped me of my offensive duties.
Coach Ozone said, Coach Jack, big win against Lafayette in the playoffs.
Yes.
It was. And we had to grind that game out pretty much. So it was a big win for us.
So what did y'all y'all went up on Frederick, and then basically did they just what happened? We watched a little bit of it. We weren't at the game, and it just seems like momentum just switched. And I'm not saying better players or whatever, but like Mo, and she hears me, Coach Bryant hears me say it all the time. That Mo is amazing.
It is. It is, especially when you're playing a team that has the name on the jersey, right?
Yes.
From a county school, right? I was in the city for a little while, but now that I'm in the county, from a county school, you go into Lexington, you go into Louisville, it's a name.
Yes.
Allard, they're male, they're this, they're that, they're Douglas.
Douglas.
When they switch the momentum, it's even more difficult to get those kids back in their mindset because we were ready. They had all to the test. They knew what they were going to see. They knew the speed that they were going to see. They knew everything that they needed to know.
Of course.
It was 4th and 3, and we quick kicked. So we took a punt on 4th and 3, and Chenault took it to the house, 60-something yards. And
that was the one. That was the one that I thought, like, he went to the first level. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. And then I thought one of your guys had the beat on him and basically took the wrong foot angle.
Yeah.
He took because I went, okay, if he just barreled, because he's that guy. Mm-hmm. And you can't give him an inch, and your guy gave him an inch, and his speed just outran him. And then after that was over. Am I correct? Right?
It is correct. And
okay.
The air just shifted out of all the players. Now they're fighting for their life, trying to stay in the game. When 14, we're only up 7 now. But if we stayed up 14 or kept the clock on our side and the field on our side, we would have had a better opportunity to finish the game because we're a 4th quarter team. If you notice, we scored late in the 4th quarter, but at that point it was almost out of hand, right?
But I thought the quick kick was a very good strategy. I really did. I just wish he would have kicked it out of bounds for y'all. I mean, no, not that he returned it, but in general, because normally you do a quick kick, you don't kick it down the middle of the field or to the guy. You kick it left or right. And I thought, again, but y'all covered it very well. Just that slight thing, the young man didn't do nothing wrong. He just didn't appreciate the speed that my boy had.
So also, in your opinion, can Madison Central get Douglas?
Yes. If they manage the time correctly, because they are a clock running team,
right?
They're going to have
cut your possessions down.
They're going to have the clock the majority of the game. So as long as they score every drive that they have the ball, or at least flip the field on Douglas, they can win. Now Douglas can score quick because they have those athletes that they'll get behind you, they'll beat you with speed, they'll take that 50-50 ball and make it a 51 ball for them and win. So you have to speed the game up for them, make them play erratic or call plays where they're trying to take shots. That gets them
because the first game it was 21-14.
Yep, and
it was a battle. I think if I'm I paraphrase because it's been a while that Douglas did not have the ball, but like so many times in the second half because Madison Central just ran it down the throat. That wing T, it works if you get some special kids to block it. And you better stay in your assignment. The wing team's something else. And Brian Sage can be prime example to tell you the wing team's something else.
It is something else. It's difficult to defend. It's even harder as an offensive play caller when you get the ball back and they've scored. How often you need the ball again? So it's a strategic.
Right.
You have to play against that offense. It's not even playing against the defense because their defense is what it's going to be because they play against the wing T every day. They practice against the wing T every day. So oftentimes those teams can't cover the pass very well, but they will tackle. Madison Central was a very good tackling team, very good. They will tackle anybody in space. We learned that when we played against them. Now we scored 40-something points, but we scored those by throwing the ball against them. 27, 28 points, but we scored those by throwing the ball against them.
Wow. So let's say Madison Central gets ahead of Frederick Douglass, and how are they able to overcome that wing T?
No, get behind.
Or get behind the wing T.
Yeah.
How do they get behind the wing T?
So if Madison Central
is
behind Douglass.
Get behind Douglass, yes.
So how do you come back running wing T?
So you utilize as a wing T. So our coaching staff at GRC, they're all from the mountains, so they're used to seeing the wing T, and they implement some of those plays. They implement some of those plays in our playbook. The way you get ahead in the wing T is utilize those big open plays, make them play gap sound defense, and you can't do it every play.
Right.
And one of them's gonna go.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is Frederick Douglass goes up 14-0. And what Coach was saying, the same thing. Sorry, Coach. It's up 14-0. How does Madison Central come back trailing 14-0, running a wing T? Because in my coaching thing, if I get up on you and you run a wing T, aka Scott County, you ain't coming back on me.
There are some big plays in the wing T.
Okay.
Now, so I won't say they'll abandon the wing T to throw the ball because their quarterback isn't used to that. Now they will adjust with more pass plays within the wing T, but it's going to come far and few between.
Ozone says stay disciplined with it.
Yep.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Stay disciplined with it. Because I remember like everybody's talking about Army. I think Army's still undefeated. But the thing about Army is they actually has got a passing package in.
Yep.
And that's why they're hard to stop because they'll run at wing T for 3 quarters and then all of a sudden they start throwing it. And you got to prepare for, you truly have to, you can't spend moments on the wing T. You got to spend days, not hours. Am I right, Coach?
You're right. 100% correct. Days. And it's really strategic about.
Well, that's why it took so long for a city school to beat Scott County.
Yeah. And runs it with some of the best.
Yes.
Because they've been running it since they were in Little League.
They were in Parks and Rec.
Park and Rec, and we say that a lot of times.
Well, we talked about that the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, and we talk about Frederick Douglass. And if you look at Frederick Douglass, if you in Lexington on a Thursday and you come and watch Crawford, we look very similar to Frederick Douglass. Mm-hmm. Because here's the reason why I say this so people to understand this. It's not profiling Frederick Douglass. Our babies are going to Frederick Douglass, and we want our babies to be successful. So why wouldn't we run Frederick Douglass stuff to give them a little upper hand
on kids
that's coming from other schools?
Yes.
I had to say that to a coach the other day. I said, calm it down. I said, if our kids was going to Henry Clay, we'll be running their defense. Yeah. Because we're trying to get our kids in college. They're in middle school, and we're not taking away their innocence. But Coach Bryant and myself, we're trying to get our kids in college. And we hope everybody understands that. because that means they did it what they supposed, like you were trying to do.
Yep.
You want to win, a state title, but how cool it is to be like, coach, can you come down and watch me play Saturday? How cool is that?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
It's beautiful, ain't it?
Because
It
so
is.
last year was our first year where we had from our first year where our kids graduated, and we had some this year. And I'm just telling you, we ran into some at the Kentucky game. They were at the Kentucky game, and I love just having a conversation with them. Like, okay, well, where are you going to commit? Because they have multiple D1 offers,
Amen.
and we had them as seventh graders, but we saw them. I mean, even the one I was like, I told him as a seventh grader, I said, I'm gonna kick your little butt if you're not in a college.
She did say that, man.
I mean, I said it was a little bit more, it wasn't as the lady like as I just said it. But right. But I said, I'm gonna kick your little butt if you are not on somebody's college campus playing football.
But that's what
After high school,
Yeah.
because you could see they were a
Yeah.
dog, and you could see the talent level then. It was just up to them to continue to develop and to make sure that they had their grades.
And I know you where you're at right now, and I coach with Coach Lucas,
Mhm.
and in the main objective that him and Coach Men taught me and was your baby's going off to college. And I know that's one of your biggest things right now. So how's your kids looking, your seniors going back to your team? How's your kids looking, the seniors going off to the next level? How many do you think may have a chance?
Let's see. So out of the 13, I think 7 have a chance to play ball. Right.
Hey, Coach, do me a favor, Coach.
Yes,
Can you reach back for me? This is for me. Can you tap yourself right here? Can you tap you and your coach? Thank you, man. That's what I'm talking about right there, Coach.
They have opportunities to play ball. Some of them have NAIA level.
It doesn't matter.
Some of them have other small school.
I don't care. Go to college.
And that's the part where the kids don't. It's not about D1. It's about D3. Parents, players, if y'all are listening to this, it's not about D1. It's about D3. We want a free education. And it doesn't matter which level it's on. If you're able to use your talent level to go to college, whether it's junior college, NAIA, it could be D3, because D3, that means you're going on all academics, because they don't give out us sports scholarships, but that means your academics is on point, but they still want you to play on their team.
But hold on.
Get to be
okay, let me clarify
D2,
this. No. I'm not
D2.
listen, let me clarify this.
If
you get here's the thing is, you can call it whatever you want to call it.
D3.
But if I ain't got to go get a loan, it's a scholarship. I don't care what you call it. You can call it green acres and ham. I don't care. But if I, as a parent, ain't got to get a loan for my child to go to school, it's a scholarship. So basically, if you get your academics and you get grants, you can call it a grant all you want, but guess what? We're not paying grants back.
Right.
And that's all that matters. So congratulations, man. I mean, that's doing it. And that's doing it for that school. That's doing it for, because, our girl, Coach Erica Jackson coaches the girls basketball there, assistant coach, and that's my dog. And
my dude, William Brown.
And William Brown, I'm sorry.
Coach Dee.
But with that said, is y'all doing big things. And speaking of big things,
that's why I kept it up.
Keep
doing big things.
And y'all doing big things.
I don't want to harp on a whole lot. That's why we didn't do a whole lot of stuff, because tomorrow I think Big Things Kentucky does their whole thing. And so you guys can go get a comprehensive update on what all's going on in all of the local communities. But I don't do that on my show. We'll tap on it. But if you want to get a comprehensive analysis of all what's going on in all the high school, make sure you tune in to Big Things Kentucky, because they got that on lock. They're the best in the city.
Big up big things. Big up the big things.
Yeah. And again, thank you for coming on, Coach. I mean that. I know people say, you know me for a while. I ain't saying nothing just to make you feel good. That's not my style. And I am so proud of what you're doing. I'm so proud of your staff. And please keep doing you. And I hope you keep getting the backing from your administrators, because that's big. And teachers in the building helping our babies, to get those ABCs and 1, 2, 3s.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you all for having me on. I'm typically an introvert. Only time you hear me,
I already know.
So I appreciate you all, and thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. All right.
Bye.
Bye. So anyway, that was good stuff. It was good to hear from Coach Jack. His son plays for us. We love Colden.
Oh yeah.
You made Colden a quarterback.
I made him. He had no choice.
so that we can open it up for Jackson to run the ball a little bit more.
But he's a DB, Coach. I keep telling him to rent quarterback and get your house as a DB.
Okay, so hold on. Keep this one with. Oh, does Boyle run a
what?
Does Boyle County run a wing team?
Boyle County runs everything. Boyle County runs a wing
They top
team.
25 in the nation right
and
now.
They throw it. I mean, here's the thing about Boyle County. I've watched them 3 times this year. They came out with a totally different offense. Their coach does a great job of changing. What do I say about how I feel about offensive coordinators?
You don't like them.
I just think you don't do you do certain things and you don't need to do. Yeah. And the main objective is, I love Boyle County because last year they're in a state title game and they're battling. Yeah. They're battling. And Quinsberry, who's coming to the University of Kentucky, he's going to be a future brother, UK brother. And their coach gave it to him. Everybody hear me, who's offensive minded. 5 times in a row, because he was the dog. They had great players. He gave it to him 5 times in a row. They was like, this is our horse. We're not spreading this. We're not being politically correct. We're going to give it to our dog. And they do it this year. They will give it to him 4 to 5 times in a row. And they're saying, stop him if you can. And then what happens? Momentum, what we talked about. Momentum. You hit momentum.
Well, I mean, that's how Frederick Douglass won the year's Ty won. They allowed Ty to be a dog.
Yeah. Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Aunt Lenora. I think I missed one of my other cousins too. My cousin Priscilla. Hello, your cousin from Alabama. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide.
It's hot down in Alabama.
Roll Tide. Yeah.
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Auntie. But yeah. So anyway, I don't know what else you want to talk about. We can wrap this up. We're already over the time. We're actually over the time.
Well, nobody knows that unless you tell them. We're just chatting along.
Just talking.
I
sent the link to Mr. Brown. He didn't jump on. I sent the link.
I'm gonna go.
Ozon, you still on here? Send the link to Ozon.
Hey, I'm going to go to Mr. Brown's house and link him on, because this man is full of knowledge, right? Amen.
Yeah.
I mean, and he is amazing of his information and his keeping us up to date, and he makes us look good. When I come on your show, he does. He does. And
he asks the best questions.
And I want him to know that.
It helps with the engagement with the podcast. He's really just helped the podcast just come along because he has the most engaging questions.
Yeah, his questions are not just questions.
Yeah,
they're actually questions that make you go.
Yes,
as Arsenio used to say.
Really help. Yeah, really help with the engagement. So definitely appreciate him.
23 Kentucky.
UK 24 Texas. Oh, you got.
I got Kentucky.
Coach, there's Coach Edwards, our assistant coach.
Yeah, look at him.
Happy 40 years, Coach. He's started his 40th year.
But he ain't a real coach. He been coaching basketball. Ain't never got a technical. That ain't a real coach. Because I'll be technical out. I couldn't coach basketball. They done teed me up twice. I'm in the locker room first quarter. So I commend you for having that as a strength.
That's great. Hold on, let me get this. me get this link, Ozone. Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you.
So
don't go nowhere.
So, Coach, everything going good? Getting ready for your what's this? Hey,
Hey, Shakia. You know that's my girl.
So
I love. Ooh, you know, Aiden's my baby. So y'all know. As a female, I'm a female coach, and one of the things that drives him absolutely crazy is because I'm still a mom and I'm still a and so I have favorites.
Hey, no, hold on.
They are my babies.
Let me say this.
They are my babies.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say.
Aiden Williams is one of my babies.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Here's the problem.
Hold on. Sanders is one of my
baby.
babies.
We're talking over each other. Let me say this.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
I'm getting on this kid, and he is looking at me like, I don't care what you saying. You know, and I was like, I'm talking to you. Why you keep looking at her? And he goes, he just stares at me. So basically what he was telling me is, I don't care what you got to say. Miss Coach Bryant's got my back. So I've learned that in 6 years of coaching at Crawford. And we'll go back to that, what we talked about in the beginning. I mean, we are so proud of our kids in the 6 years we coached. We got a few kids that's leaving this year that played at Woodford County that we coached. And I'm just saying, baby, if you don't put time and heart into your kids, and I say this the other day, I'm at Crawford.
You went to go see him?
And I went to drop something off. We had some stuff, some inhalers we had to drop off and certain things we had to drop off. And guys, and this has made me feel good. Even at this age, I was very humbled. When a teacher came up to me and said, wow, look at all the football players yelling Coach Bryant and coming and smiling. All of them. And it's not, I'm saying it on the air, but it was so cool.
But we love them.
Well, I mean, we're gonna
no idea how much we love our kids.
We're gonna push them, and we're gonna go from there. But with that said, we want nothing but their success. That's why we push them hard.
Yeah. Hey, Stacy.
And we want that successful. I mean, if you think that is false tale, there's a few players that played at other teams and came to our team and they could tell the difference that we care.
Yeah, that we care about the kids.
We want you to be successful on and off the field.
Yeah. And even the kids that leave us, we still give them mad love.
They come back.
We still like Jeremiah Brown. I mean, we still gave him the most.
And he played for
Hayes. So we still give him mad love, even though he left us and no longer played for us.
He's still a boom
one
boom
of our
Cougar.
babies.
He's still a boom
boom, go Cougar. What's up, Coach Mitchell?
Yo, what's up?
No, he ain't a coach. He's an official. He's one of them that be calling calls against my team.
Man, stop it. Quit playing.
No, he's all right. What's up? What's up, Bang Bang?
How y'all doing this evening? Bang bang to you too, my guy.
All right. If you don't know, that means Niner game.
Yeah, they better get on the bandwagon.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? What's up with y'all?
Not much, man. I mean, hey, you may know. Okay, who does Catholic play?
Catholic plays Mayfield. They have to go down to Mayfield.
Who does LCA play?
No. I'm sorry. LCA has to go down to Mayfield, and Catholic plays. Oh, we just did the show last night.
I know y'all just did the show. When is the air?
First of all, aren't you over your budget in tennis shoes in the background?
Hey, man, stop.
That is no. Where you live? I'm getting me some. Hey, dog, are they? I just want to know, are they size 12 and a half, 13s?
You know they are, man. You know we wear the same type of shoes.
My shoe game just went up. Hey, when we coming over for dinner?
Hey, you know you always got an open invitation.
My dog.
I know Catholic. I think Catholic. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I think Catholic is at home this week, and I know LCA has to go on the road.
So we still got four. We still got four in it.
Four
Sarah,
teams.
Catholic,
Douglas.
LCA, and
Listen, Catholic
Douglas.
plays Bell County.
Yeah,
That's-
no. Catholic has to go down to Bell County. Christian has to go down to Mayfield. Mayfield. Sarah's at home against Raceland, and Douglas is at home against.
Well, I thought Sarah played Prestonburg.
No, they play Raceland.
I mean Pikeville. Excuse me.
Yeah, Pikeville. Yeah.
Pikeville. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so because I know it's one of those two because one of their coaches actually teaches in our building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So two teams are on the road and two teams are at home.
Okay. So when can everybody get the update on the Big Days Kentucky show?
Well, we it's going to air tomorrow. Our
Okay,
show's going to air tomorrow. I think Truck normally gets it out probably about 9 a.m.
So in the morning. So everybody needs to report in the morning. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Well,
also we have Coach Lard who just won the middle school championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on. That's my dog. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
I really mean that.
Congratulations.
So ask him the question: is he retiring? Because that's what he told me. He was thinking about it. He said he was thinking about it, and now he won it.
Trust me. We tried to get it out of him, and he said he's gonna take some time to. Well, y'all have to watch the show.
We'll watch the show.
No, I'm gonna bypass y'all. I'm gonna call him. I want the first scoop. I'm gonna like. No. I was proud of his win.
Y'all, everybody, make sure y'all turn into Big Things Kentucky tomorrow.
Well, I know we're about to wind it down, and like I say all the time, I usually walk away.
You don't have to.
Well, I know I don't have to, but this is your show. This is not my show. And I love you. You know that. I know y'all gonna still chop it up a little bit, but again, I wish all the Lexington schools well this weekend. I wish the University of Kentucky football against Texas well. And something that you look forward to this weekend. Go Blue. And for people who don't know, that's Michigan. That's not UK.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh wait, much love, babe. Bang bang, Niner game.
All right, love you, man.
Bang bang, Niner game. So me and Coach Bryant, we're going to set it up. Somebody's going to set it up because starting next year, we said that we were going to start attending the Cowboys and 49ers game every year. That's going to be our anniversary gift or birthday gift or whatever, our Christmas gift to each other. Every year, we're going to start that tradition next year. And
I said that's what's up, man.
I think that's going to be fun. Because I think they played in San Francisco this year, because I think it's in AT&T. It should be at AT&T next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I haven't been to the stadium. So we'll be in Texas this weekend, but I was trying to get a tour, but the field is going to be limited, and I don't want to go unless I can go on the field. So.
Yeah. Well, good luck to Ty and them this weekend because I think they're gonna need it because I hope they can play. If they play the way,
because we've had so many injuries, injuries.
I think if they play the way they played against Ole Miss
and against Georgia,
yeah, they have a shot.
They have a shot, absolutely.
But I don't think the quarterback can turn the ball over. He has to be.
He can't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm. Definitely has to take care of it.
And we can't not score if we get in the red zone.
Trust me, we've been through. Me and you,
and we can't not score if we get into the red zone, right? Just the regular, football 101 stuff just has to happen. You can't turn the ball over. When you're playing a good team, you can't make mistakes. And you just got to be ready to play. You just got to be ready to play. You got to play aggressive. And hopefully our defense will show up. Hey, Sean Gurton, talking about Sean Gurton just shouted you out.
What up, Gurt?
Yeah. So, So I think I'm looking forward to it. I think we're getting snow tomorrow night, but it's supposed to be it's gonna be mid-70s the whole weekend in Texas. I'm looking forward to it. So
you ain't got to rub it in.
So I'm looking forward to it. No drop practice and no crucial penalty. Exactly. all of that, all of that. You can't, no turnovers, and you got to score in the red zone, no drop passes, and definitely no crucial penalties that hurt us too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But then that kind of went back to what we was talking about with calls, because because some of the times when we'll get a call and the play is already down the field and you got the flag all the way down, but why you throw the flag so late? And now it doesn't even impact. It doesn't impede
the play.
It doesn't impact the play, and you're throwing a flag that doesn't even impact the play. That's when I get, you're like, okay,
yeah,
it gets tough. But that's why I again, I'm I can't stand couch coaches, so I don't like couch referees either. So I try to stay in my lane with that, because I am not going to put on no stripes.
You can come on out there with us. You're more than welcome to come kick it with
us. Cornell wanted me to come and be on Cisco staff this year, and I was like, y'all not gonna be y'all gonna be pulling me off of somebody out the stand, because I don't play. My skin ain't that thick, so y'all be coming and pulling me off of somebody in the stands, and I'm not even gonna play like that. I'm not even gonna put my husband in that position to have to pull me off of somebody. I don't want to disrespect him like that. You said, Sean said, he said I would love it. You think I would love it, Sean? I don't know, because I don't have thick skin like y'all got. Y'all are a special type of people to be able to deal with the ignorant fans, and their mouths, and because they're brutal and they're disrespectful, and I don't deal with disrespect really, really well at all. Oh, Mr. Bryant, he said it's the UK quarterback controversy. It's problematic. I don't know. I thought our Lexington's own Cutter Bowley, I thought did a great job in the Murray game, but that was Murray. I mean,
I was gonna say, yeah,
I just think you just can't compare that to when he got into the Florida game. If he would have had that same type of success in the Florida game, I would probably, give him a little bit more esteem of his skill level. But when it just there's no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
He had a 90 PFF. He had the highest rated PFF of all freshmen last week for that game. But look what kind of game it was. Yeah. Oh, he said high school. Oh, he said high school fans are far away from you than it is in basketball. No, he's talking about me. He wanted me to do Parks and Rec with them. They're still too close. I might one day. I can't do it.
Well, Miss Terry,
because if I don't throw the flag, they'll be fussing at me for throwing the flag, and then when I throw the flag, they'll be fussing at me for throwing the flag. I can't do it. Oh my God, I can't. There's no way. But anyway, thanks, Ozone, for coming on. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me on.
I'm trying to think what we got. You know what I want to talk about before you go?
Mm-hmm.
How do we fix middle school sports?
Oh, first, you have to give the kids more games. In my opinion, you have to give
especially for basketball.
Yeah, well, basketball and football, to be honest.
And football too. Okay, so how many games do the county schools play for football?
10 to 12 regular season.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And my only thing with that is I would like to start the same time so that Fayette County has the opportunity to participate in the state championship. But our playoff is running the same time that they're doing their state championship. So I don't know how we can, I don't know how we would be able to do that.
Well, on the football side, first off, give them more games, but it has to come from Fayette County. You have to get better fields. You have to get fields with lights because.
Oh yeah, because you don't have enough.
Yeah, so
okay.
that's one of the issues on the a couple of issues on the football side. But on the basketball side, you have to give these kids more than 6 to 8 games in basketball. You have to. And then, you should be able to allow these kids to be able, and I know it's all about financials, it's all about money, but you have to be able to go out of Fayette County to go play other teams. And you have to find a way to do that instead of having them to go over to a sports center on the weekends or playing these tournaments. These kids, I know they play a lot of AAU basketball, but you would like for them to play a lot of school ball as well, so they can get to know their teammates. So I feel like giving them more games throughout the season than the little
eight and 10 games.
Yeah,
10, yeah. Because basketball is just 10. It's 10 games. Everybody plays every team one time, and then middle school is what, six. When we played? Oh, it was 8 games. And then one of our games got postponed or canceled. They never let us reschedule it because of the heat. Again, y'all didn't have heat back in the day.
Man, I don't want to go into that, but everything's pacified now, so you got to pacify the baby. So it is what it is. But you have to get better facilities for these kids to play football on, because
so we just got
like Coach Larb was saying yesterday, you know what I'm saying, one of his kids stepped in a hole on a field and tore his leg up, one of his better players. And that doesn't happen if everybody's playing on, you know what I'm saying, turf. It has to be something done. You got to get.
Everybody needs to have turf,
or something.
Or everybody just need to invest in, everybody's fields need to look like all the baseball fields.
Yeah. I mean,
somebody needs to come in and take care of the fields.
Because the way I see it is, Fayette County spending all
right now, the coaches do it, and if the coaches don't take care of it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Coach Bryant takes care of our field.
Yeah.
Even in the off season, like right now, he still goes out, makes sure does the lines on the corners to keep his corners, and he still, I don't know what he does. He sees it or does something to the field. He rolls it. He does something to the field. It's crazy.
I don't think, it's just my opinion, I don't think Fayette County Public Schools invests very much resources and money into the sports programs.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
So once they start investing money into better facilities, I don't think it's going to get any better. So you have to start investing in the better in facilities, and then once the facilities get better, I feel like the sports programs will get better.
Okay, so what is the procedure for us to do that? So do we need to start going to school board meetings? Do I need to go? Who is our athletic director? Robbie Sayre?
Robbie Sayre.
Okay, so I think I know him. So I need to go meet Robbie Sayre, and then we need to go. I probably need to invite him on here. So if anybody knows Robbie Sayre, send me his information so that I can invite him on, because I would like to discuss not just middle school, but Coach Brian said he's got his information. So remind me to invite Mr. Sayre on. So he's our athletic director. If he'll come on, hopefully he'll come on. And I would definitely love to talk about, some of the, what we could do to not just enhance just middle school. It's got to start with middle school.
Yeah.
But all of our whole athletic program, because what a lot of people just don't understand, and I don't get this why they don't. Athletics drives academics.
Exactly.
And I don't understand, while all of these administrators are tripping on, we're test scores. Well, look at the schools whose test scores really, really jumped up. And what is their sports program? Not just one program, but they have multiple successful sports programs that did well that year. And I guarantee you'll see a jump in test scores, because there's a direct correlation.
Yeah.
With winning.
Yeah. And like, you know what I'm saying, me and Coach Cisco talked about this the other day. Uh Maybe the middle schools need to get into partnerships with the high schools and letting these middle schools use the high school fields to play on. You know, so maybe that's an option. You know, so
But when it gets dark, we do use the high school fields.
okay, so why can't we do that throughout the whole season? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just until it starts to get
Just
dark.
when it gets dark.
Yeah. Well, I know high schools. They have bands, they have lacrosse, they have soccer. I know they have all that stuff.
And I'll be honest, I want girls flag to come. So we gonna have to figure out when we're gonna do that because I want it to come.
Definitely, yeah. Because
Right.
I know it's going.
And so we're gonna need to feel for that, or so we're gonna have to figure something out. So yeah, we'll make it. So what do you think about us bringing girls flag? Do you think it'll be successful?
Definitely.
Or will it take away? Because I don't know if we're gonna do it in the spring, if we're gonna do it in this fall. Is it gonna take away from volleyball, basketball, or from track or softball? Or is that a different set of girls?
I think it's a different set of girls, to be honest. I was telling someone a couple days ago that we saw multiple girls playing tackle football in our Parks and Rec leagues, and they were pretty good. So I could see the flag being very, very, very big. You know what I'm saying here.
Most of the girls on my women's team play flag.
Oh, okay. So I think it'll be huge, and it's much needed because there's a lot of females who are wanting to play football. You know, so that I would definitely be a part of it in any way, shape, form, or fashion that you'll need me to help out in.
Okay, cool. I definitely want to see. I think I'm gonna team up maybe either with Pal or Park and Rec, whoever, or both or all, whatever, so that we can start and make that happen. Because I definitely want to bring. It's the fastest growing sport right now, and now Lindsey Wilson just brought it in as a scholarship at Lindsey Wilson, and it's also at Campbellsville. So we have two colleges here in Kentucky that have girls flag as a scholarship sport. Okay. And it's one of the fastest growing sports in college right now, especially in the NAIA and in the HBCU. Like it's really, really getting big in the HB. I know like Alabama State and a couple of them have got girls flag, women's flag. So it's getting big, and now it's another scholarship opportunity for our young ladies, and so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and I like what you said earlier. It's all about going to school for free.
It's all about going to school for free. Yes, yes. So I was one of those people that, I decided to take. I had tore my ACL in high school, and so I decided to go the academic route. So I was majoring in like engineering, and it was just too much, right? And so, and I ended up, and then my parents were officers in the military, so they made good money. So I didn't qualify for. It wasn't a full scholarship, so I had to supplement my college in for student loans. And so, but I wish I had known what I know now. I would have did whatever I needed. I'd have went someplace else where I knew I could have just got a scholarship and just paid for school for free.
Right.
Let's see. I know as an official from New York, flag is a high school sanction. They play in the spring. Those refs are making $1,200 a week. What?
I need to get to New York then.
I need to get to New York. $1,200 a week to referee girls play. Oh man. Oh man.
That's a heck of a part-time job.
A part-time job.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow. Okay, we definitely need to start looking at that.
Definitely need to start looking into that one.
Start looking into that one. Yeah. So that's it. I won't hold you on here long. I thank you for hopping on. Make sure everybody tune in tomorrow in the morning. Make sure you go to Big Things Kentucky on YouTube and subscribe so that when they drop the new videos, you guys will get the notification for those. Or you can just go to their Facebook. I know they're on everything. They're on Facebook. They're on Twitter. They're on Instagram. They're on everything. Yeah. Instagram, on everything. So you should be able to find Big Things Kentucky on all of the social media outlets because you don't want to miss. They absolutely give us the best analysis and stuff on our on local sports here in Central Kentucky and the Lexington area. They're the best. That's why I don't cover it on my show, because they cover it on their show. What you say, Sean? More money for you? I hear you.
One more thing. Next week we're gonna have the ladies on. Megan LaRue.
They're my girls. Yes.
Chantel Presley.
Yes.
Miss Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do our basketball preview show next week too. So
okay, good stuff.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for that as well.
Okay, good stuff. I can't
Mitchell,
wait to show that one. I'll make sure I'll be make sure don't y'all hesitate to drop stuff in the Lexington family sports group too, because a lot of times I don't see the post, or because I haven't even dropped my so Saturday we went to the Kentucky game. As soon as that game was over, I went to the girls basketball game. And then Sunday, I went to the Titans and
I saw that
Vikings game.
Vikings game.
And then my women's team played after they played on the Titans field. So I had a long weekend, and I haven't done my photo dump yet because I have been so exhausted.
Congratulations on that. Congratulations on that.
Okay, where are you going to have a referee on? What do you mean? Where am I going to have a referee on? Oh, when am I going to have a referee on? Oh, I've already had one. I had a female referee, and I have to send you the link to it. And her name is Natola Hawthorne, and she's a baseball ref and also a football ref. And she was on, and she did some. But I have talked to Mr. Jackson. Is that his name? Keith Jackson. And I told him I wanted him on, and I will have him on here shortly, and I will have an official on, and we will talk about officiating and stuff like that. We definitely will. Thank you.
But we definitely want you on the show, because we know you. We tried to get you last week. I think you were under the weather.
I was sick as a dog last week.
Yeah,
because I canceled my show and did a replay because I was so sick last week. Yeah.
So we're in the next few weeks or so. I know once you get our stuff done,
I got you,
and we definitely need to get you on the show.
Yep, I got you. So Mr. Brown said UK basketball players that are NBA that combined salaries exceed $1 billion have not used their funds to support local schools. Julius Randle did donate money to construct a basketball court in the East End. Snoop and Master P have always donated money to help youth sport. So did Julius Randle did one at East End here in
he did the one at Charles Young Park. He did
did he?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I did not know that. That's good stuff. That's good to know. But yeah, we do need and for some reason they don't come back. Of course they're all maybe this new group of players that play for Coach Pope will want to stay in Kentucky. They'll be like like Kenny Walker that decided to stay and make his home here in Lexington. They'll come and maybe help out with some of that. We definitely need the facilities. We definitely need I think I'm going to call. I think what I want to do too is when you're talking about with the facilities, with the new soccer team, the soccer field we got out at Boonesboro. I probably need to go and price that out and see what that is, because maybe we could do some tournaments. Definitely do some girls' flag tournaments and stuff there to get that started, and then. But I'm probably going to do a girls' flag tournament first, and then we'll do a league, because I want to gauge what the
what's going to look like.
What the interest is going to be. Yeah. So I'm gonna probably do a couple of clinics first. Mm-hmm. And I'll probably bring my women down to come and host the clinic, because I want them, no offense, I want them coached by women that play. And and so I'm gonna do it that way, and just to kind of gauge the interest in the area to see if it's even worth trying to put a girls' league together. So, but I definitely think we can put it together. I think we can make it happen. All right, baby. Thank you.
All right. See you later.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, everybody. Thank y'all all for coming on today. You can hear it in my voice. I'm still kind of under the weather. Listen, I appreciate you. It's all about how we can enhance our sports culture here in Lexington, Kentucky. Before I go, I definitely, if y'all have not, make sure y'all give a shout out to Coach McPeak's sister. Yeah. Just had like a bypass surgery, and we want to make sure that we give all the prayers up to her for a speedy recovery, and make sure we keep coaching his family in prayer for her. And I just want to make sure I shouted out her before we left. But anyway, Sean Gerton, thank you for coming on. Mr. Brown, thank you for coming on. You said, oh, hey, Jock Whittington. If I'd have known you was on here, I'd have sent you the link, because I was trying to get you on here before. But we'll get you on. We'll get you on another time. Hey, thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you. I love when people kind of come on and me and Coach Bryant we actually have a absolute good time when we're both on together, because he is hilarious. And we love doing this. We love talking about sports and highlighting that, and we love bringing people on. And we had a good time tonight. So we had a good old time tonight. We're running on almost 2 hours. I didn't realize it was that late, because I don't have my glasses on, I can't see. But thank y'all for rocking with me for an hour and 45 minutes tonight. I appreciate you. And I'll be dropping all of my photo dumps from last weekend probably tomorrow in the next couple of days, because I'm getting ready to start all over again when we go to Texas. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have a good one.